Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another scene, the Living World Darkness, Rage Across New York. This scene takes place before the mass migration to the Amazon. For Erik Skavgard, all is ash, thin blood, the first of the last battle. Has entrusted something very important, very precious to one of his elders. To Frozenhammer, he has given a branch of Yggdrasil, the World Tree, for her to work on and modify it with his hammer. And he is kind of curious in how that entire process is going. So, after in this entire time, Frozenhammer has been preoccupied. She is either in her fort, she's either in the Umbra, she is sometimes completely gone from the sept, and every time she returns, she's covered in ice and snow. Another time, she's covered in lightning marks. Things have been happening. It's unclear, but at some point, somewhere in the sept, the Umbral Ice Palace of Frozenhammer is struck by lightning. And that's where we'll begin the scene.
And Erik was heading towards the Ice Palace. I'm assuming this is in the Umbra, right?
Yes.
All right. And he happens to stand up on her doorstep when basically this big flash of lightning happens, and he's kind of taken aback by that, considering how he's been feeling lately, having lost two pack members. He's kind of just going through the motions lately, but still trying to comport himself as a finger of wood, but still kind of acknowledge the loss. But his eyes, as blue as the lightning that struck, grow even brighter. Maybe even it gets excited seeing this. His lips approximate like a wolfish grin, and he chuckles. And even though he doesn't know what's going on, but it's still kind of amusing to see this big bolt of lightning just crash upon this palace. And he'll enter. And he'll head back to the place where he saw her the last time, where he actually left her. And he'll kind of peek around the corner first, and then just kind of walk out, make sure that everything's pretty copacetic.
When you walk into the building, you can hear "Skolgraf, a victorious scream almost.
Erik kind of, his eyes kind of widened a bit hearing that yell, and he's just like, Frozenhammer, Raya?
Yes!
Where are you?
Down below!
Okay, so,
when you continue to walk a bit further, you come into a giant crater that reveals the entire basement.
Erik just kind of looks around like, what the fuck happened here? And he says it just like that. What the fuck?
I've been doing things. Isn't it amazing?
Well, nobody can ever deny you doing anything. If this is how you show your work, well, you get a fucking 10.
As I well should. Any case, come on. Get over here. I need to show you something.
Okay. And he kind of makes his way. He probably slides a little bit down the crater. I don't know how big this crater is, but he comes over and kind of looks over her shoulder at first, and then kind of moves around so that way he's on the opposite side of her, and he kind of looks down at what she's doing.
Need your hammer.
This is it. And he seems like he seems excited when he says that,
Yeah.
and he kind of looks around at the destruction around this area again. And then he looks at the hammer, and then he looks at her.
I'll be very careful. Come on. And she seems very, very jumpy and very excited. You can see that her hair is standing straight up from the sheer static electricity that is going through it.
Oh yeah. What do you want me to do?
Give it to me.
Give it to you?
Yes, give the hammer to me. Okay.
I
finished the shaft. I finished it.
Oh, you need the hammer part still?
Yes, I need the head.
Okay.
We're gonna need to do it good. You know, you can't just break it because that will break the fetish. You piss off like the thimble wolf that's inside of it.
All right, hold on a second. And he'll step back. He'll shift into Krynos, and he'll hold out the actual iron hammer that he actually has.
Frozenhammer will take it. Turn around, walk over to a little shrine, and we'll put it in something that looks like water. Next up, she's going to reach out a hand. And when she does so, from one of the walls extends a great vine. And it reaches towards her. And she grabs the vine, and when the vine starts to retract, Erik can see a very well decorated handle, a wooden handle, and it radiates with power and has this imagery over it. When he looks at it, he can see wolves darting across what look to be mountains, and covering them above look to be the great thunderstorms of Thor. And she puts that in the water-ish thing as well.
Like when the vine like calls to her and he sees this stuff, like he almost reaches up to like want to touch it, like to get a closer look, and then he has to remember like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he doesn't want to interrupt this process. So he kind of childishly just throws his hands to his side and just kind of strolls over at her so he can kind of look to see what she's doing again. Just kind of watch this craftswoman do her craft. So
this craftswoman do her craft. When you walk over and you look into this shrine of water, you think. You can see that from her hammer comes out a small wolf spirit, and you can recognize it as a thimble wolf, one of Fenrir's harriers, one of the spirits that he uses to rally his warriors to his side, one of the great spirits of war of his brood. And you see her kind of take the hammer off the old handle and plop it on top of the other one. And when she does that, her hand starts to glow with a very strong red light as she's trying to connect the two parts very carefully. When you look at the shaft, when you look at the handle, the new one, you can start to see lightning crackle and dance around it. You can actually start to see the imagery of the wolves moving, the wind howling, and the snow falling.
Eric's mouth is kind of like agape, like this large Kranos mouth. just like looms over, and like he's like almost drooling at this. Like he seems so transfixed. Like his eyes just can't seem to rest on any one part of this intricate handle that he's looking at, and he's just awestruck. Like he is like if Gaia was here right now, this is how he would imagine himself looking.
Now this process takes a long time. This takes at least an hour and a half in order for it to completely in order for Frozenhammer to move even a single step away from her. Her entire concentration is fixed on this. But when that hour and a half is finished, her shoulders kind of relax again, like she drops them a bit, lets out a sigh. Oh, my Snow Queen. And she very carefully takes out the new hammer. Okay. And she will hand it over towards Allash.
Yeah, she would know that during that hour and a half, Erik is pretty attentive. Like he doesn't know what the fuck's going on, but
from an outsider view, there's not a whole lot going on. There's just Frozenhammer trying to put the hammer on top of the handle with the red light. That's literally all that is happening.
Yeah. And yeah, and when she hands it over, he kind of like, as if this was like a newborn child, kind of like just holds his hand, like these large Krynos claws out, to hold this thing.
You hold it. A shock of lightning goes through your body, and you can see the entire hammer light up in a soft blue light, same as the lightning that's currently crackling around your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to feel a connection to the storm, to the sky itself. And for some reason, you feel the urge to hand it, to like hold it out above you. And when you do so, you can see that in the skies above you start to gather thunderstorm clouds. Rain starts to fall and thunder starts to strike.
Wow, I don't know what you did, Frozenhammer, but as you said, my Snow Queen.
I may or may not done a few spirit quests to get the 8 of Thor. A small part of it, not anything big, but still.
Huh. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm literally awestruck right now. No lie. This thing that I don't think I've ever felt anything this powerful before.
It's called. I've named it Thor's Grace, but you're free to give it your own a name of your own.
No, no, that is totally fine.
Oh, the storm, that took a lot out of me. And she kind of just slumps on the ground, just sits there.
Yeah, Erik will look at her, and then like he'll like hold this hammer like even tighter in his grip, and he'll bring it like just to his face, and he just looks at it like with this curiosity and wonderment.
The imagery of the handle, when you look at it, starts to flow over into the hammer itself. As there starts, you start to see smaller runes and some bigger runes become visible upon the hammer. And on top of it, you can see the rune of the Get Offenders manifest.
My father would be proud of this. You have done me a very great honor. This will kill many, many of our enemies.
Bitch, you have done me a great honor. I've gotten to work with Yggdrasil's branch.
To be honest with you, I'm surprised. I mean, I knew that was it had its own power, but I didn't know it was that special. I feel so lacking in knowledge.
Okay, that could be classified. Okay, so I thought it was permanent, but apparently it was not. But for a while, it could be classified as a very as a weaker cairn. But it seems that was just for temporary purposes.
So that will that affect, the hammer? Will that with her giving me the branch?
I don't know anymore. It has changed 5 times in the time that I've worked with it. I don't know.
Holy crap, 5 times. And he actually kind of steps back and he kind of gets a feel for its weight, and he starts to swing it. I mean, not very like he's trying to kill, like just trying to gain the grace and the swing of this weapon.
When you hold it, it doesn't seem that much different from your former hammer. But when you swing it, you notice that it's a lot heavier. Like it only increases its weight as you go ahead and mock attack or attack somebody with it.
It's definitely heavier on the downswing.
Yep.
Like it's charging. It's ready to hit the nail on the head. like it's calling for it. Like like whatever's on the other side of this has no choice.
I fucking dare you to go and hit a nail with that, to do some housework with that. I will personally hunt you down and tear your ass open. Do you hear me?
No. I will not disrespect you or this work or the spirits within this with that.
You better.
I don't know what to say. Like,
you don't owe me anything. Like, if anything, I owe you. Because Yggdrasil's branch.
Fair enough. Well, I might have a request of you if that's actually what you say is true then, or if you actually mean it.
Sure, hit me.
Well, with the lack, well, as you know, my pack took a pretty big hit, losing contempt of court and paying, and since we don't have a theurge, I don't believe any of us can hear the spirits or even talk to them. So I was wondering if you would help me learn spirit speech.
Yeah, that's no trouble. I can either talk to your own totem and let it teach you spirit speech, or I can talk to my own, and Snow Queen can teach you how to talk the language of the great spirits.
Whatever is easier. I don't want to put any more of a burden on you. You're obviously put a lot of work into this.
I think speaking to Snow Queen is easier since we're both get offenders, and I don't know how much Reindeer thinks of me.
That's fair. Yeah, just let me know when you want to do that or how we do that.
Well, at some point. That can be easily done.
Fair enough. Oh my gosh. And he seems like you actually see like a kid, like the young teenager that this Garu is, like, for all his might and ferocity and stuff, like he just seems like really giddy, like a petty 19-year-old, what I like to say. Like he just, it's like he got his first car and he wants to like test it out.
Well, do your ancestors proud, always Ash.
And when she says that, it kind of sobers him up, and he kind of stands taller, and he kind of throws up the hammer and gives her like a strong battle cry of affirmation at that.
Frozenhammer will switch to Krynos herself and join him in the battle cry. So there are two Get a Fenrises, or Get a Fenrises, whatever the plural is for this.
To get,
standing in a crater, both in Krynos, roaring it out into the storm that is currently above the Sept. And I think that's a good point to end the scene.
Yep.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Wish all a good day.